coach by the name of Elizabeth Himmelstein, and she helps me anytime I'm playing an American. But you know, one of the things I learned when I was at drama school is that accents often are born out of the topography of where you're from. You know, the UK is a small island, and we're very pinched in the way we speak. America is vast, and you guys have flatter tongues. It's wider. It's more to do with, you know. You don't agree? Oh, okay. Did I refer to you as Americans? Oh, I'm sorry about that.
But in terms of,
you were like, oh no.
It's the same corner, by the way. The hecklers down here. But in terms of Americans that I've played a lot of, you know, that has been the difference. And so, you know, with Dr. King in particular, he wasn't just from Atlanta. He was from Atlanta by way of Boston. You know, he had spent formative years there, and that had crept into his accent as well. He also had, in terms of the speeches, he had the Southern Baptist preacher style, but he was reacting to his father being very singy-songy and very theatrical. He wanted to dumb that down because he didn't want to be his dad. But he was an intellectual, so he had a penchant for big words and, you know, loved to give them a little space so that all the ladies in the front row got, oh. And so, it's true. So, you know, a lot of things went into that accent, that cadence, the way he moved, but also the code switching. He would speak to President Johnson in one way, and of course, a completely different way than when he was with his boys at home, i.e. his band of brothers, or when he was talking to the press. And that was something we also wanted to show, how this man moves through different spheres and is different in any of those given circumstances. So it was a very layered approach, but what I knew I had to do is do all of that work and then throw it away. And, you know, one of the privileges I had was having one scene with my acting hero, Daniel Day-Lewis, in the film Lincoln. And I'm so grateful for having had that experience because it gave me the blueprint of how to play this role. I mean, being around him on that set was literally the actorly equivalent of being close to a time machine. I mean, he was just so absorbed in that character. You know, even before you got on set, people were like, okay, so you're about to meet Daniel. Do not call him Daniel. You must call him President Lincoln or Mr. Lincoln or Mr. President. And you're going... And then you are in his presence and you're like... You don't even speak. you just kind of, I mean, I'm serious. In that scene I did with him, little anecdote, that scene I did with him, there were 200 horses behind him. There were 300 extras behind me. There were rain machines going. And him sitting there before the camera rolled, you could hear a pin drop. It was like being in a celestial space. And it was emanating from him. And so I saw what, as you call it, being number one on the call sheet does. The power of that. You know, people will follow that lead. And so, he's a genius. I'm a pragmatist. So, I'm in Atlanta playing Dr. King. I can't go around talking like this. It's just not going to work. People are just, you know, if this is the church and there are 500 people about to hear Dr. King speak, hello everyone, I'm going to be giving a speech. That doesn't help the mood. So I decided to stay in my accent for the 3 months we shot, to the point where by now, not unlike you, sorry, I picked on you all day. It's a lot of fun though. And, you know, I've now met actors who we did the film with, and I speak like this, and they go, "What are you doing? What is this right now?" And, oh, this is me. And so, but it was something I found necessitous to do in order to not second guess my choices when I was in any given situation.
It's a terrific